Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 14 of Gunpla News for January 2015. In this part 2, we're going to be talking about the new kit and figure announcements for this month. Very, very few, especially considering compared to last month where we had quite a lot. This month we have very few. Here is really only a couple, and not really a whole lot to talk about, so it shouldn't take too long. That's pretty good. First thing we're going to talk about is this thing, which I really don't know a whole lot about, is the SDX Superior Kaiser. It's a figure, but I guess it's just like a super form of an SD, like the Superior Dragon Gundam, kind of. So I don't really know what the whole story with this is. I guess it's sort of like a new thing that they're doing. Super expensive. They're going to have two different versions of this, the molding colors version as well as the full plating version. The molding colors version is going to be 23,000 yen, so like $200 plus. And then the full plating version is 60,000 yen, so like $500, over $500, close to $600 for that thing. That's crazy. This is obviously going to be for only like super collectors, so probably not a whole lot of people out there are going to be jumping to get on this figure. But wow. Anyway, the release date for that is not announced yet, but that's pretty crazy. Anyway, next thing is a Robot Spirits Gundam Kimaris out in May for 6,000 yen. So, as far as I've seen in the anime so far, I haven't watched the latest episode. But what Funeral Rites was the name of that one. I haven't watched that yet, but the Kimaris hasn't appeared yet. But I'm guessing by the fact that it's getting a Robot Spirits as well as an HG and a 1/100 scale kit, and just so obviously it's going to play a decent part. It's going to be in the series for a few episodes, I guess. Maybe it's going to be like the main protagonist for like the rest of the main antagonist for the rest of the series, or what? I don't know. We'll see. So far, enemy mobile suits come and go pretty quick in that series, so we'll have to see. But because it's getting a Robot Spirits figure, I mean, it must play a pretty big part in the series. So well, we'll just have to see. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. We do also know now that it is going to be piloted by Gaelio, not McGillis, which makes sense. For some reason, before I was thinking, just kind of assuming it was going to be piloted by McGillis, but now we know it's going to be piloted by Gaelio. So it kind of makes sense. It's purple, it has the lance, it matches Gaelio's grays, Schwalbe grays. So anyway, next thing is the Tamashii Web exclusive Rick Diaz early production type. Now, the Char's version Rick Diaz has just recently come out in December for this Robot Damashi. Now, we're going to be getting in May for 6,000 yen as well, the early production type, just colored into this dark color scheme, basically. Next, the Tamashii Web exclusive Metal Build Destiny Gundam Heine Westenflus version. So the Metal Build Destiny has recently been out as well. Now we're going to be getting the Heine Westenflus version, of course, out in April for 19,000 yen, so like $180 for that. But yeah, that's pretty standard for Metal Build kits, so there'll be that. And then the last of the figures is going to be a Next Edge Unicorn Gundam Destroy mode out in May for 2,700 yen. This will be really cool. I don't have any Next Edge figures. If I were ever going to get one, this would maybe be one that I'd be interested in getting. But it does look pretty cool. Of course, so it's not going to transform. It's only going to be the Destroy mode. If they're going to release a Unicorn mode of that, I would say maybe not at this time. Who knows in the future, but... so then there's a couple of P Bandai things announced. Actually, these were out. This announcement was out last month, and I just forgot to put it in the video, so I'm saying it now as an announcement, even though it's been, the information has been out there for about a month. It is the P Bandai HGC Revive Cubile Mark II Elpo Peru version. So this is just a red Cubile Mark II. It's the Mark II, but really it's just a color change. The only difference in terms of parts is that this is going to have the beam saber handle that holds multiple beams, In the picture, it's hard to tell. It looks like it's only got 2 beams, but I think it's supposed to have 3. So either we can't see it in the picture or it's just 2 beams. But anyway, it's a beam saber with multiple beams. That's, I think, probably going to be the only new part for this kit. As far as I know, it might include some, well, I'm sure it's probably going to include maybe some new stickers as well, similar to the Master Grade. Anyway, that's out this month for 1,800 yen. Then there's also going to be a P Bandai HGUC Revive Cubile funnel effect part set, also out this month in January for 1,000 yen, so not too expensive for this. This is basically just going to be an action base and some funnel effect parts for the funnels for the Revive Cubile. The Revive Cubile, really fantastic kit. I snapped it earlier this week. I'll be reviewing that on my channel very soon, so you guys can see that. I'm thinking of maybe just doing a short little tutorial video on how to make funnel effect parts like that, because it's really not too difficult to make them. Not exactly the same as those Bandai ones, but we'll see about that. Anyway, so those are going to be out this month. And then there is the next in the Iron Blooded Orphans character stand plate, the Kara stand plate 3 for Gaelio Baldwin, out this month for 540 yen. So I'll be getting this one as well. I'll show it to you guys as soon as I get that. Though, if you saw, I reviewed the first 2 Kara stand plates, the one for Mikazuki and for Olga. Really cool things there, and for like $5, definitely worth checking out. They make great accessories for the HG Iron Blooded Orphans kits. And then the last thing is the HG Iron Blooded Orphans Mobile Suit A. This is just a tentative name for this kit. They haven't said the name, and I'm guessing because the name has something to do with the story, and they don't want to give any spoilers. This is going to be out this month, though, so it's going to be out very soon. So I'm guessing we're going to see this very soon in the anime. Out this month in January for 1,200 yen. Basically, there's 2 different theories about this mobile suit going around, that it's either the Form 5 of the Barbatos or it is the remodeled Gushan. So, like I said, I haven't seen the latest episode of the series. I'm guessing there's maybe some kind of hint in there. But yeah, this is either the Barbatos with armor parts added from the Gushan, or it's the Gushan with some parts taken off, and it's just sort of slimmed down to the Gundam frame, and then just sort of reworking some of the outer armor and thrusters and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. Both of those could be interesting. I would kind of prefer if this was not Form 5 of the Barbatos, because the Barbatos just changes its form pretty often. I would prefer to have like a new Gundam that's going to be in there for a little while. So I think if this was just the Gushan remodeled and then maybe in use by one of the Tekkaden members or something like that, then that'd be really cool because it could fight alongside with the Barbatos. I don't think this is going to be piloted by Akihiro, because we have the Graze Kai 2 coming out, so I'm guessing that he's going to stick with his Graze Kai, now upgraded into the Graze Kai 2. So if this is a new Gundam for the Tekkaden and not the Barbatos, then maybe we'll have someone else piloting it, but I don't know, so mysterious. Anyway, the kit, we should talk about the kit. The kit looks kind of interesting. It's going to be very sticker heavy, it looks like, on a lot of those parts. And yeah, it looks very, very interesting, very insect-like, I think. So I'm sure we're probably going to see some really interesting painted builds of this kit. I'm interested in getting it and checking it out, and I'm probably going to try to repaint that in a different color scheme whenever I paint that. So that's it for all the announcements for this month. Not too much. In the next part, we're going to talk about just a few updates for kits and figures. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in part 3.